Hi, it's Driva and welcome back. Today's project will be posted in two parts. This is the first part. I will be using the Rose Florist 3D die set from Altenew, and because each rose is made out of 4 layers, I had to color some cardstock with my Altenew ink cubes. So I started with cutting my paper down to 3 inches so it would fit into my mini blossom die cutting machine from Altenew. And then I took my blending brushes and ink cubes in rose quartz, puffy heart, purple wine, and cosmic berry to color my cardstock. I also used blush, rouge, crimson, and velvet for one set, soft lilac, lavender field, deep iris, and midnight violet for set 3, pink pearl, coral bliss, heartbeat, and vineyard berry for set 4, and for my greens I used limeade, lime, and fresh leaf, and then frayed leaf, forest glades, and evergreen. So I'm gonna just speed it up. You will see all the colored cardstock later in the video, and I'm just gonna speed it up. But before, because of the lightest color is so light, it's gonna take forever to color it white paper with a blending brush. Then I decided to start with just dropping the ink pad to my paper and then smooth everything out with my blending brush. So yeah, just sit back, watch me color some white cardstock with inks, and after that I will be back. So now I have finished coloring the first set, and I will put the ink on top for you to see, and here are the other set that I colored with matching ink cubes on top. Then it was time to take my Rose Florist 3D set from Altenew. I had quite of a, not a struggle, but it was a little bit challenging to find out which dye went with which flower, but I made it at the end, and I'm just gonna cut out roses from one set, and I'm gonna speed it up, and I will be back. I really love my mini blossom die cutting machine. It's so small and handy to have on your table, and it cuts the dies quite well. After I had cut through all of my papers, it was time to put the roses together. I decided to glue my roses together using liquid glue. That gave me a little wiggle room, if you want, to line up every piece right together. After all of my roses had been glued together, I decided to cut out with a die, it's a leaf with an unopened rosebud, and decided to color the leaves with my Altenew marker, and I used frayed leaf, forest glades, and evergreen from artist markers set A, and I'm gonna come back a little bit later with information about that. You can see the markers over there, and when I was starting, when I had the artist markers the first time, and I was learning how they fitted together, I decided to color code every set with different kind of washi tape. So every set has its washi tape stripe on it, so I can see which colors match in a set. And then I wrote 1, 2, 3, and 4 1 being the lightest and 4 being the darkest. And that's how I always know when I have them on my table which one is going to be the shade color and which one is not. I did it with all of my sets and it's quite handy. And that was one of the tips of the day. When doing the voiceover for this video, I noticed that sadly you can't see me coloring with the markers. So I'm gonna do another leaf and videotape that for you, and that would be at the end of this video. So I hope you will be back for part 2 when I start to use the roses and make some cards out of them. So I see you soon. Oh, and don't forget, wait for the redo of the coloring. Bye.